G'day mate and welcome back to Capital Industry with me, Jetty. In our last episode, we cleared the backlog. We cleared the blockage. We unblocked the back of the farms. Yes, and we started processing all the things that we had on sushi belts. We made sure the chickens were fed. We made sure that everything was dealt with. And then we cleared the excess and, well, burnt it off because we didn't really have anything else we could possibly do with it, which means that the farms are now running as they should, which means in today's episode, we should be doing medical. And don't get me wrong, we should be doing medical. I'd really like to be doing medical, but there's a small catch, a small hiccup, a small thing that we need to sort out first, because in fixing the backlog, the unblocking of the rear of the farms, we have caused a small issue that we need to fix first before we get on to medical. But I promise you, we're going to probably look at medical very, very soon. But that is not before, of course, I ask the very important question, and that is, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like early in the video. Not happy with the video, didn't enjoy the video. I'll tell you what, we'll put you in charge of clearing the next backlog by hand. Now, as always, at the start of every episode, I like to thank those that go above and beyond, those that choose to support the channel. And today, I need to thank the wonderful Pegasus for becoming a wonderful Patreon member. Wonderful Patreon member chooses to support the channel. Now, it is not my fault. It is not my fault at all that Pegasus cannot drive a straight line. He needs to give it a little bit of a wiggle here and a wiggle there and, you know, narrowly avoid important infrastructure. But that's okay, because he's getting moved from the inner team over to, well, the copper team, so we can make sure that we are definitely mining stuff quick enough, because honestly, we haven't been mining stuff for quick enough. Well, we've been mining stuff quick enough for a long time, but you know, probably not spending a lot of time actually mining raw resources, and most of the time just digging up rock and dumping it in the sea. We're hoping to change that over the next couple of episodes. But thank you, Pegasus, for choosing to support the channel. Thank you for becoming a wonderful Patreon member. Thank you for keeping the dream alive. Now, the first thing we need to go deal with is, well, we have a low supply of glass. Now we have a low supply of glass because, I did a few upgrades. Did a few upgrades in the last episode on a few farms, and made them greenhouses too. Now, obviously, doing more upgrades would probably be a silly thing, but that's the first thing we're gonna do, because now I am definitely sure that I have exactly 0 glass left. Yeah, but they're all upgrading, so that's all that really matters. Next problem I have is, well, the chickens don't have enough water. Now, you might say, JD, why don't the chickens not have enough water? And the answer is quite simple. That although we have a 450 pipe full of water that comes down here, and as you can see, it's 100% full. And it's still, well, 92% full. And then 94% full, don't question it. 95, 100% full, and 100% full. And it even gets to here, and it's still, well, no, you're not going to have it connected there. You don't need it connected there. But 100% full. And then, well, it gets to here, and it's 20% full. Well, no, about 100% full. And then it gets to here, and technically it's 100% full, but it is only a tier 2 pipe. If upgraded to a tier 3 pipe where it can hold 450, it rapidly drops. Yeah, because each farm needs, bad example. There we go. 18.1 water. 18.1. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Multiplied by 12 equals 217 water per row of chicken farms. And then, of course, we've got 2 rows, so multiply that by 2, and I need 434 water to keep all the chickens watered, which means running down a 450 pipe, where we're also splicing off water for a number of other projects, is probably a little bit too much for that one pipe to handle. So what we need to do is we need to come to our giant water tank. We need to bring a pipe out, come up and over and down here, and oops, to there, and then to here. And this is why the people never get medical, because there's always something else broken. Fine, go to there then go over. Think over top, please, thank you. And then over to here and down to ground level, and then out to the end, and then we're gonna make a pit stop. There, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and then we're going to stay at height 1, and we're going to go above that. I'm going to plug it into this balancer. Now, this balancer already is bringing, well, the other water pipe. The other water pipe is also bringing in technically the tiny bit of overflow we have from, well, the main smelting area up at the top of the crater. And of course, we're going to bring all that water straight out here to here. And then once we go to there, we're going to go over the top. And then we're going to go in a straight line, just ducking under the few places where we have the cooking oil? Yeah, the cooking oil. Yeah, sure, you can go around the cooking oil. The few places, where I have cooking oil, which would run into our pipe. Can I go to there, then there, and under that cooking oil? I don't think you can. No. Okay, so you're gonna have to go over that one, and then when we get to here, we're going to zigzag. No. Keep going. Here is where the chickens are. We're going to zigzag into there. Once we've zigzagged into there, we're going to continue and run into that pipe. So that should give me potentially... Not plugged into the other end, are you? Nope, it turned. It turned after I started building. Because I hit the R mode. And then it tries not to connect things. Which is what I wanted to do at one end, but not at the other. Because the other end, it was definitely plugged in. All right. What I wanted to do is I want to have a potential of 900 water through here. If I have a potential of 900 water through here, then we should have more than enough water to run out to here and run this. Now, that should fix that problem. Now, I have a couple of problems. I have a couple of other minor problems that we sort of need to talk about. First one being animal feed. The animal feed and the fuel gas. We're still burning through materials. We're still burning through a lot of materials. As you can see, the belts are definitely getting there. We're definitely processing as quick as we can. We are definitely burning off. I don't definitely need that belt not sticking out there. So we are getting there. As for our flat belts, the flat belts are also getting there. One thing I wouldn't mind doing is we still have this little blueprint over here. And I want to put this here and here. Okay. I don't think we need to build all this. That can go away, that can go away, and all of that can go away. I don't think I need to build any of this. In fact, I'm pretty sure I don't need to build any of this. But having it already pasted in place means that should we in the future have so much food that we need to build it, we can build it. We can build it very, very easily. Meanwhile, these guys are slowly burning off. They are now set to 75%, so they don't flicker anymore, and that should solve that problem. Meanwhile, high supply of cooking oil. Cooking oil's getting there. It's getting there. It's up to 75% full. We're going to turn that alert off, and we're now going to wait for this one to fill up. Now, this one I need to set to power production number 1, so, eventually if this fills up, blah, 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 we should be good. We should be good. Also, I put this in here because I thought I needed to split off twice. I don't need to split off twice. So we're going to just remove this, and have one splitter rather than 2 because I don't need 2. All right, so you should burn off our excess cooking oil when we start having excess cooking oil. Hasn't happened yet. Agent team has nowhere to dump stuff. It is coal. I don't care. You don't need to give me that alert. All right. Next thing we're going to have is, there's a couple of things, like salt. This salt in this bucket is getting lower. It's just something I've noticed episode to episode. This is why we have, right at the start of every episode, we have the grand view of the whole island. So we can look at these small little things. And we can notice, hopefully over time, that this is slowly empty. So I'm going to unpause you. Hopefully that's okay, but I'm now down to 20 workers. 20 workers is not a lot of workers. So I need to find some workers. Now, the best way for me to find some workers is find some workers I can fire. The good news is, we were doing medical. We were doing medical, feeding off these 2 belts. One was taking corn up, and the other one was bringing animal feed back down. They're obviously not doing that anymore, so they can go away. Also means that when we get up to here, we're obviously not bringing corn into these anymore. So that could go away. And any infrastructure attached to it. I don't need it. Then, of course, they were taking the corn and turning the corn mash into ethanol. I don't need that anymore. So we can also get rid of... Oh, boy. Those pipes, plus those pipes, plus the... Whoop. Yep, that pipe included. Yep, all that can go away. Now, these guys are running because trucks are bringing ethanol up here, which is making sure that medical is sort of somewhat running. I don't really want it to run. I really don't want it to run. It can run for a little while, but what we're going to do is remove all these pipes that are doing nothing. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this off and this off. So, eventually they're going to run out of materials. When they run out of materials, well, they'll stop running entirely, and then hopefully I don't have to have a whole bunch of materials I need to truck away. Yep, that's going to be our plan. But I still have a few other problems we need to sort out. One of them is our wood. I know, we spent ages looking at wood. We've also got all this sorted. Look, there's wooden boxes. But I also have a second problem with wood. We're trading for wood. And the wood box for trade is full. but the rubber box is empty, which means the boat is taking a very, very long time to load. Why is the box empty? Well, because we don't have sulfur. Why don't we have sulfur? Well, because sulfur comes in on this one belt, and this one belt brings in sulfur from this T junction. Now, this T junction brings sulfur from the output of the oil refinery. Now, the output of the oil refinery is also where excess sulfur from any exhaust scrubbing goes in here, or any other way we create sulfur. The problem is the only way we really create sulfur is from exhaust scrubbing. The exhaust scrubbing and sour water stripping. Now, it's all being belt fed because, well, there's no exhaust scrubbing in the crater. We should get around to that. And the only exhaust scrubbing we have is this up here, which sort of scrubs whatever little exhaust we have up here, which is not a lot. So I'm sort of out of sulfur, and I'm not making sulfur fast enough. So we need a way to find sulfur, and a way to get sulfur. We don't really have a good way to get sulfur, but we do remember, a long time ago, I went and started upgrading a sulfur mine. Upgrading a sulfur mine an awful lot. So we're gonna resume you. I'm gonna start actually sending workers out to, out to the great wilderness to bring us back some sulfur. Now, I need a certain amount of sulfur to, well, make these guys run, to make sure we have rubber here. Plus, I'm going to need some sulfur down here to make sure these guys run. Plus, sulfur bucket, sulfur belt. I need sulfur to make these guys run. Also, technically need sulfur for tofu. You know, it's meant to be an important food group and part of the diet. So we need sulfur for that as well. So what we need to do is we need to get a loose storage, that's that one. And we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many, 6, 8, 10. Cool. And we're gonna get all those built. Now, when all those built, they're gonna need a couple of workers. Also, Mr. Shippy is gonna sulfur. Mr. Shippy is also going to require some workers. And now I'm short on workers. So we need to pop down here and we need to unpause another one of these, which you may notice I have a problem. I don't really have any extra housing left. So I also need to work out how we're going to do some extra housing. Now, it has been planned. It has been considered that if I put one of these things here, I can put a house here, which means I can put a house here. Nope, a house here. Now, these would maintain their bonuses. Technically, this bit should be out here, but it seems there's still a mountain in the way, and we haven't quite dug through that mountain yet. I don't really need to dig through that mountain either, so this is going to be our plan. I'm going to put there, there, and there, and there, and then we're going to go light, dark, light, dark, light, cool, yeah, we're not using that dark. We're using that dark. Cool. So we're going to go build. We're going to set you to pause, copy, and paste to your friends. And we'll get a backup build just in case. Just in case. Okay. So that means that first thing I need to do is I need to get diesel into, well, the next ship. So we're going to copy that and plug it here. Cool. Then I need to work out how the hell we're going to get all the materials off this. We've sort of built one. Like so. Actually, technically, I don't want the arse end of that. So it should be a case of just like snap this on the front, something like so, and you should be good to go. So that should put all the sulfur in a giant bucket, which is sort of what I want. On top of that, I need to get my diesel. Height 2, we're at height 2, height 3, okay. Which we're gonna bring around the outside and stop you one tile short, dump you there, put in a small pipe from there to there, and then I should be able to go build, and build. And that should get diesel into Mr. Shippy so he can go collect some sulfur. My problem is there ain't a lot of sulfur there. It's gonna take a little while to build up. So we're just going to max this out. It's going to set a whole lot of workers. It's also going to use like a decent amount of uni, 1.6. You know, we are on a bit of a uni crisis. A bit of a careful about how we spend every single point of uni because they only use it for construction. And yeah, the positive is well above the negative. Well above. Yeah. Okay. So it should be probably fine for a little bit, but that's going to give me sulfur. Now with my sulfur, I need to do something with it. Sulfur. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring, How much are we mining? We're mining at a rate of 144. I think I'm going to stick with a 60 belt. I don't think I need to go any faster. I'm going to plug that straight into there. Cool. Yeah, we're going to plug it straight in there. How much sulfur do you want? 3, 6, 12, 24. Yeah, okay, fine. Well, you're going to use 2 belts. 2 belts. You have twice the amount of sulfur. Cool. Build that one too. And then we're going to remove that. So that means when the ship gets sulfur, it can come into this bucket and then probably go that way. Also means that any other sulfur it gets can probably go that way. And it's going to flow this way on this belt this time. Under here, over here, through this connector, and then flow over that way. And when it flows over that way, it'll come down here. And it's going to be very, very important it comes down here because this makes our fertilizer. And our fertilizer makes our farms grow. And, well, we can see we don't have any fertilizer, which means that our belts that are currently very, very full of food that we're trying to burn off are about to empty. In fact, it's already started. There is less and less food. This is already empty. This is on its way to empty because, well, there's going to be no food right here. That could be a problem. Could be a giant problem. So, yeah, hopefully you go and get us some sulfur very soon. How much you carry? You carry 360 times 8. Is the GUIs in the way? 2,880. You're at 1,500. We're gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. I'm gonna struggle to be patient, but I'll try my best. Okay. Low supply of potato. I don't care about low supply of potato until it says potato and corn. All right. So that's our problem number 1 solved. Problem number 2 is this. This is now finished. So what we're going to do is we're going to rip up our old medical. But at the same time, we're going to talk about our old medical. So medical 1. Medical 1 requires a couple of things. It requires steel and plastic, and that makes sharp things. And then with your sharp things, if you mix them with some ethanol and some plastic, you get some disinfectant. And when you take the two together, you get some medical supplies. Medical supplies are great. As you can see, I had 2 buildings running, so we had a total of 48 production. The catch is how much do the people need? The people want... they want 36.3 every month. And medical. Here on the wonderful Crater Island, every so many years, okay, about once every 5 years, roughly. Back here at 90 months back and back here at 40 months back, we can see that people got sick. So every 4 years roughly, people get sick. When they get sick, we go from 35 required up to 50 odd. So if I'm making 48, I'd have enough to keep up. In theory, over time, generally as time goes on, we'd have enough to keep up. But if I had was making not 48, but I was making double that, 96, we'd have plenty of medical. So that's going to be our plan. Now, to make 98, I would need to have, well, not 12 sharp things and 12 disinfected. I'd need, 24 and 24 to make 48. So I'd need twice as much. So that's going to be our plan, which means I need not 12 and 12 disinfected. I need 48 disinfected. And I also need 48 medical supplies. So we need an awful lot. And that's going to be our plan to build our medical. Whoop. Are you important? You are Chlorine. You're actually important and not part of that deconstruction. But thank you anyway. Okay, you are all not important. You're also not important. And big box of plastic is also not important. Remove, and you know what? Just remove. Cool, let's clear up the space. All right, so our plan is we need to make medical. We need to make medical 1, 2, and 3. We also need to have this ship go away. So we're also on a bit of a timer for that as well, because I need food and other things running in the background. Because we still haven't planted a poppy, and we need to plant some poppy to have it grow so we can make the medical. But 1 thing at a time, 3 things at a time, maybe 4. All right, our plan is medical 1. Okay, I need 48. I don't actually need 48. I need twice that, so I need 96, which means I need to have not 24 medical supplies. I need to have 48 medical supplies. So we need twice as much. You make 12. 2 of you make 24. Therefore, 4 of you make 48. So that's going to give us enough medical 1, which means I now need plastic and steel. Okay, write that down on your list. We need plastic, we need steel. Okay, on top of that, we're going to need ethanol. I'm going to need plastic to make 24 disinfectant. I need to make twice that amount, so I need to also have ethanol added to our plastic and steel list. That's what's required for medical 1. Okay, medical 2. Medical 2 is over here. Medical 2, we get a one new item to add to our grand medical list, and that being the power of antibiotics. Now, obviously, for 48 medical 2, I need 48 medical 1. We've got that. In fact, we've got twice that, so I need twice those. Okay, I also need 24 antibiotics. To get 24 antibiotics, I need to take some sugar, mix it with some ammonia, and some oxygen, get some antibiotics. This would give me 6. This would give me 12. This would give me 24. Cut. This. Undo, undo, undo. This would give me the 48 total that I require for antibiotics. Okay. Which also means that I need to have sugar. Sugar is taken care of in the food bill. That's not really an issue. But it does mean I need to have ammonia and I need to have oxygen. Now, the ammonia, I need 0.75. 2 of them is a half. 4 of them is 3. And then another double that would be 6. So I need to have 6 ammonia. So to get, right? 1.5, 3, 6. Yeah, I need to have 6 ammonia. Now, to get 6 ammonia, I need to have 6 hydrogens and 12 nitrogen. I get nitrogen from an air separator. That's not too hard. I can also get some oxygen. We'll come back to that oxygen. As for my hydrogen, I need to have 6 hydrogen. I can get 3 hydrogen from taking some water and splitting in half and get some oxygen and hydrogen. And if I take this thing and I double it, then obviously, plug into that pipe. Obviously, 3 and 3 gives me 6, and 6 plus 12 gives me the 6 ammonia I need to make sure that I have the 24, 6, 12, 24, 48. 48 antibiotics I need to make sure I have medical 2. The only things I need to do is I need to plug that belt into there. I need to plug that pipe into there. I need to plug that pipe into there. I need to rotate you, and that's it on that side. And on this side, I need to take this pipe, plug it into, nope, there, and I need to take this belt and plug it into there. Cool. Well, that should double that belt. Now, as for my oxygen, I have 36 oxygen. I need 6, 12, 24, 48 total. Yeah, I don't have 6, 12, 24, 48. I don't have 48. I do technically have 48 if we add this 6 and this 6 oxygen. So we sort of need to grab that oxygen and pipe it into the same system. So I need to modify this slightly by putting one of these here and then going out of you. Going to go sideways, then up and over. And in. And in there. Cool. I'm going to remove that and slide you up top. So I can grab the other oxygen and plug it in here as well. Actually, so this is a finite oxygen supply. Okay, it's limited. No, I need to run them both together. Okay, it's fine. I'm thinking about backing up this. Nope, I'm thinking about system backing up, and that's just like a no-no. We can't have it happen. Okay, let's bring you to there. Let's bring you to there and turn all that off so you can plug it in there, you can plug it in there, and you can plug it in there. What we're going to do is the same as we've done with the nitrogen. We're just going to put a little vent here. Let's put it here. And we're going to make sure that that is the priority out. So all the oxygen goes into the build, and only if there's any spare does it get vented out smokestack. But that should be our little build. High spice cooking oil. You are now 100% full. Cool. And you are now burning 100, 94, 96, 100, and well, that's a lot more. So we're making, in theory, 54 diesel, and I'm in theory burning 18. I think I'm going to turn on this just in case, because that way we burn 36. And I don't know whether we're making more than 36. This is why you have an alert on you, and you tell me when you're full. I think we'll be okay. All right. So this will double up our antibiotics build, and this should solve all our problems. Okay. That's medical 2. Medical 3. This is where things get really complicated. Really, really complicated. Okay. We need to have plastic plus steel plus plastic plus I need to have sugar. And water, technically. That's all this system needs. Yep, sugar and water. And now, well, I need to have 3 ingredients to make Medical 4. Now, Medical 4 is, well, the Medical 3, Medical 2, rather. Sorry. Need to make medical 3. Now, medical 3 requires medical 2. It requires 48 of it. And obviously, as I'm making 96, I'm going to need, well, 2 of those. Also means that I need to make anesthetics and morphine. Now, morphine is probably the easier of the two. And 1 chem plant 2 makes 24 morphine. As I need twice that amount, 48, we're going to need 2 of these guys. Now, that means I need to get poppy. Now, poppy is obviously going to come from, well, the farms, so we need to plant some poppy. Also need to work out exactly where we're going to send in the poppy to, make sure that it goes to this building. We don't know where this building is, so it's probably okay. Also need to have acid and I need to have glass. I'm going to need to have 6 acid twice, being 12 acid. Plus, I'm going to need 6 glass twice, being 12 glass. So I need to work out where that's going to come from. That's the easier one. Yeah, the other one is anesthetics. Now, anesthetics come from ammonia. We've done ammonia. We sort of know how ammonia works. We also need hydrogen fluoride. Now, of course, that is to brush your teeth whilst you're passed out. This is why it has fluoride in it. And that, of course, comes from a settling tank. Settling tank taking in some rock and some acid to make some hydrogen fluoride plus some slag. We'll have to dispose of slag, but everything else should be all right. And then, of course, we need some steel. I only need steel as part of the process, so I just need a little bit more steel. And that's going to give us 24. Now, of course, I need 48. So I need 2 of these guys, which means I need 2 of these guys, which also means that I need not 6 ammonia, but I need 12 ammonia. Now, we have this system over here that makes, 6 ammonia. I need to double that. The good news is the Chem Plant Mark II makes twice that amount. So, you'll make 12. Now, for you to make 12, you're going to need 12 hydrogen. The good news is the Electrolyzer Mark II will make 12 hydrogen. So, I just need... Yeah, cool. I just need 1 of those. They're going to make 24 oxygen. Now, my 24 oxygen... No, 24 oxygen. 24 oxygen. My 24 oxygen, I sort of want to get into this system, but I don't actually think there's a... Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I can spaghetti a pipe through there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can spaghetti a pipe through there. We'll look at that in a second. My 24 oxygen, I could vent it. I could vent it in the atmosphere, pollute everybody's lives just a little bit, or I could, run into this system. I think I want to run into this system because there's a better chance this system doesn't back up. On top of that, this will give me my 12 hydrogen. My 12 hydrogen is going to go the vast distance of here to here. Cool. But I also need 24 nitrogen. Now, my 24 nitrogen, luckily, this system outputs 36 nitrogen. I'm only using 12 of it, which means I have 24 to spare. The good news is I need 24 over here. So what we're going to do is obviously run the pipe out of tile all the way across and into there. Cool. That should make life easy. So that should give me my nitrogen. I do have an overflow. Should I have to overflow nitrogen? I can overflow nitrogen. As for my oxygen, now I'm running this pipe all the way across. Obviously, I'm going to run this pipe all the way back across. Yes, and into there. I do possibly need a second smokestack, so we're just going to dump a second smokestack on there, and everything should be fine. So that should cover my oxygen, my nitrogen. That should give me a whole bunch of ammonia. That whole bunch of ammonia I need to run into these machines with the steel, with the hydrogen fluoride. The hydrogen fluoride also needs 6 acid twice, so I need 24 acid. So, no, 12 acid, 12 acid. I need 12 acid. So I need 12 acid here, plus I need another 12 acid here, plus I need another 6 glass twice, so I need 12 glass, 24 acid, 12, 24, 48 steel, plus 3 and 3 is 48, 51, 52 steel. Okay, let's start with some of these numbers. 52 steel. 52 steel I can probably get from here. These produce 24 each. I could turn on 3 of these enough after I've upgraded them and everything, and that should give us all the steel I need to run medical. So that should cover the steel problem. Okay. The acid problem. The acid problem being 6 and 6 being 12, plus 6 and 6 being another 12. That is 24 acid total. I have one little guy over here. One little guy over here that makes 36 acid. Now, if I want to steal 24 of it, that is most of his supply. The good news is, out of the 36 he's making, we're using 6 right here, which means I have 30 spare. Now, that 30 spare pops over here in this pipe and goes over to here into this tank, whereupon it goes into here. And then, in theory, this guy's using 12. Now, if I have 30 spare and I take 24 away from it, I technically only have 6 left over to run this machine. Except he's making glass mix. And if he's only got 6 left over, he's going to produce this at half speed, so he's going to make 24 glass mix. 24 glass mix turns into... 24 molten glass, and 24 molten glass turns into, 36 glass. Now, of my glass, how much am I actually using? I'm using 6, 12, 24, plus 12 being 36. So technically, I have enough acid to do this, plus this, and enough glass here in this one glass maker to also do medical. So that only leaves plastic. Now, plastic I need to have 6 and 6 being 12, plus I need another 12, 24, 48, plus the original 12 being 60. So I need 60 plastic. Now, 60 plastic is going to be a bit of a problem because they only come in batches of 48. But, if I take 2 of these guys and I slap them side by side, that'll give me, well over 60. Now, the catch is that comes from naphtha. Now, I have naphtha right here. We have plenty of naphtha right here. My alternative is I use ethanol. Now, funnily enough, these guys need ethanol. In fact, medical needs ethanol outright. So, if we run with this recipe instead, and we copy and paste that to there, then all I need to do is find chlorine. I only need 12 chlorine. It's not a lot of chlorine, and we do have these guys. These guys make chlorine from just a little bit of brine. I could probably round that up, but add oil. I have an electrolyzer Mark II, making a crap ton of chlorine, because we were doing, poop sorting up here, which needs chlorine, a lot of chlorine. So it's still sitting here, and it's currently making chlorine to make graphite. That's literally all it's doing, and in fact the box is full, so I'm not going to even have it do that anymore. So we technically have chlorine here doing nothing. Now I could just take the brine down here and make chlorine on site and dispose of this here, or I could just take the chlorine all the way down here, because we did have pipes running up and down here that are no longer running up and down here, so I don't technically need them here anymore. Also, by the same token, I could just wrap them all the way around the outside of the map, and that'd be perfectly fine. So we have some options. We also have some sulfur. We definitely have some sulfur, which means you guys are now running. You are now full. Perfect. Wait, what? This truck has been pissed. It's not you. Go away. It's not you. Go away. It's not you. Go away. It's also not you. Go away. It's you. No! Problem solved. Go away. Go away. Okay. Cool. High supply of diesel. Okay, so we have too much diesel in this, so we're producing diesel too fast. All right, so what I want to do is I want to copy this problem, and I want to flip it and rotate it and jam it here, I guess. And we'll just do that. Cool. I'm going to build half of it. No, actually, I'm going to build all of it, but I'm going to pause you because I don't think you need to run. I also think that belt needs to go a little bit faster around the corner. It's a high-speed corner, right there. Accelerate for the corner. All right, we will see. It's already dropping already. We'll see if that pops up as full again. I think that might be all we need to do. Okay, so this is what we need to build. This is what we're going to need to build for medical. Now, I need to work out where we're going to put medical, and also tap into, well, either this build for materials, or, well, some of this build for materials, and some of this, the things, a couple of things we need to tap into to make sure medical is actually going to work. There's also another couple of things I want to do before we actually get to putting down medical and working out where medical is going to go and all that sort of fun stuff. First thing I want to work out is these guys. These guys are now not running, which means the fuel gas is not running, which means I could get more free power if I had more things to put into these guys. The good news is I found something that I can put into these for free. We're going to turn you off. Actually, can I start the end? Off, and I'm going to say yes to this one as well. And then we're going to copy from there. I'm going to paste you to all your friends. Cool. And then we're going to come to here, which is where our poppy is going to come out, which we needed to look at anyway. We're going to remove that, remove that, remove that. And I need to put in a U-shaped balancer. Right about here. Cool. Can you go away, please? And we're going to put a belt there and a belt there. Now, the reason I need to do this is I need to make sure that we have poppy set up ready to go. On top of that, there is a chance that it's going to back up. So I need to make sure it overflows. And if it overflows, to go that way. Otherwise, it's going to have a priority to go out that way somewhere. We'll get to that in a minute. But the other thing I can do is actually build these belts. Actually, can I remove you? I don't really want you running at Mark 3 speed. You can run at Mark 2. It's going to be... Rotate, please. Cool. It's going to be overkill. Can I build that and that and that and that? And that, and that, and all of this place, and need these ones running. Yep, cool. That should be all of them. So now I can rotate those Rotate that one, rotate that one, rotate that one, rotate that one. Oh god, these are also in the wrong direction. Crap. Okay, I thought I already done these. Alright. Had I known you were all backward, I probably would have run stuff around the far side. Just to be difficult. Actually, technically not to be difficult, but to make sure I fed the build from both ends. So if we're running U-shaped stuff, it goes in from one end. If we're running normal stuff, flat stuff, it goes in from the other end. But that should be all we need. Now, well, these are mostly somewhat idle, so we should be able to add more stuff to them, which means I'm going to take this, I'm going to run this into here. After we've done that, I'm going to have you be the priority out. Cool. Which means this is no longer going to be the priority out. Definitely not the priority out. We're going to remove that. We're going to take any excess meat that we have from our excess chickens, which are being overfed, and run it down here. After it's run down here, it's going to pop out here, and then we're going to join it onto that belt. And then we can burn off, well, the excess meat trimmings. Yes, they're not worth a lot of fuel gas. They're not worth a lot of compost. In fact, they're worth next to nothing. But if I've got them, I might as well burn them, you know, for the sake of burning them. Also, we're going to, you're a Mark II belt. You are a Mark II belt. You're a Mark II belt as well. I am going to say you make 30 chickens. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 12, 24. And 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, I have a lot more chickens than that. Okay, I have 24 divided by 3. I can run 8 machines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, guys. Boot up. You're going to also be turning, well, excess chicken giblets into excess meat trimmings that we're going to burn in excess machines to get rid of the meat trimmings. Now, the only catch with this system, is the only thing that I don't particularly like about it, is this is the bottom priority, which means it potentially might back up the belt. And the best fix for that would be move it to the top priority or some other priority and make sure we put in a balancer here that prioritize the poppy in over the meat trimmings. So, you know, it would be vegetables, fruit, poppy, then meat trimmings. Yes. Actually, no, I think I have to be meat trimmings, then poppy, then vegetables and fruit. Just in case it found meat trimmings to get rid of them, and it would obviously, if it had poppies, to get rid of that as well. The rest of the time it's going to be burning fruit and vegetable. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but maybe it will be. But you may notice that this bucket's now empty, and that is not because the chickens are eating it all. It's because there's no food on the belts. There's no food on the belts because our fertilizer dried up. Our fertilizer should be running now at full speed, which means farm back to 120. Perfect. Also means that I probably need to go and through all these and slide the bar back up and make sure we're at 140%, because why the hell not? Also, water? It's okay, I think. We'll see. We'll see. Unfortunately, it's what we're going to do manually, and we're not going to do it right now. What we are going to do right now is we are going to do medical, because I got a couple of minutes left in the episode. That's it. And I want to at least have some sort of a loose outline of a plan. All right, first part of the plan is this. I don't need this anymore. That was our antibiotics. Okay, second part of the plan is you are the one that gets rid of CO2. We're going to be moving you over there. I need you out of the way. So you're going to go there. We're also going to remove at least one bit of your pint. We're going to put you there instead. I'm going to bring this pint into here. And what are you doing? You're prioritizing out to that guy. So I need you to prioritize out to there. And we're going to get that part built. Now, I'm going to rip up this and this and this and this and this and all of this. Back clearing some space to, you know, have a good work environment. Okay, we're going to plug that in there. So, oh, and the smokestack, which I ripped up. Yeah, cool. Smokestack. Cool. Alright, so you're going to continue doing what you were doing before, making a whole bunch of graphite. You're going to continue being hopefully emptied. It's not really happening because we're not burning through it. And if we have too much CO2, you're just going to dump it out to the atmosphere. Step number 1. Step number 2 is tofu. Tofu is nasty. We all agree with that. At least I do. And as I'm the only one talking right now, I'm the only person that matters. At least that's how we're going to go with right this second. Alright, which means that goes away. I don't want tofu. I need to get rid of tofu because I want a clear building area, and in my clear building area, I want to take this particular build here, which does ethanol, and I want to add another build in. I don't think I need the extra build, but I'm going to build it just in case because, you know, it never hurts. And all I need to do is change that one pipe, and then you should be ready to go should I need extra ethanol. Next thing I'm going to need is, we're going to be starting not with Medical 1, which is the easy one, not with Medical 3, which is the hard one. We're going to start with Medical 2. Mainly for the reason of it needs to plug into a number of things. The number of things it needs to plug into is sugar and also CO2. And I'm thinking about putting you... Oh, and ethanol. Ethanol? No, sugar. Sugar and water, actually. I think we're going to put you... I think I'm going to put you here. Okay, I'm going to put you here. I'm also going to put you here and here, just in case I decide to expand that build. Okay, I have enough room to get tofu through, should I need to get tofu through. I also need to get into the back of this build, and I have like one tile to do it, sugar. It needs to come into here. Also need to get water. Water we can do in just a second. All right, so for sugar, I have you converting sugarcane to sugar right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a small snip in here, remove that bit, and we're going to put in a U-shaped balancer right there. And we're going to bring our sugar and R mode as well. I'm going to bring it up to here and into here. Okay, so that should be sugar in. And I'm so confident I'm actually going to build that. You already built. And I'm going to start with half the build. So we're going to build all the pipes, half the machines at the front, all the pipes, all the machines at the back, and then I just need to find you water. Now the good news is right here we have water. Actually, no, we don't have water for you guys. No, we do have water right here for tofu. Like I said, the most useful food, which we're going to bring height 2 to here, to here. Come on, pipe. To here, to here, and into there. And then from there, we're going to plug into there. All right, with that done and that done, you should be able to make oxygen, put oxygen into these machines, which we've already done. You should also be able to make nitrogen, which will go in here. You're going to split out some oxygen and some hydrogen, which should give me some ammonia over here. Not that it really helps me right this second. You should also be able to dump your oxygen into the balancer and into these guys, should we need to. And we're going to have CO2 back up. Now, CO2 comes out the front, and I'm pretty sure that it's almost a straight shot from here to there. Yeah, it is. Can I don't know if I want to be at height 1 or height 0. Let's just assume we're going to be at height 1. And it's pipe. We can always rerun it if we need to. And we'll get that done as well. So that should let us burn off our CO2, dump it into the other CO2 pipe, and convert it into graphite, should we have room to store more graphite. Cool. Which truck is struggling to do what now? To get to, and you won't tell me. So whatever it is, I've already fixed it, or whatever building it was is now happily supplied, which is possibly one of the ones I just put down. Don't do a twisted the middle pipe, stupid pipe. Okay, height to there, height to there. Cool. Build that and destroy that one. All right. So we have antibiotics for medical 2, and that is as far as we're going to get. Absolutely as far as we're going to get for today's episode. We are making sugar. I don't think it's enough sugar, honestly. As you need 3, 6, 12 sugar each, I probably need to turn on another one of these, and I think we might just preemptively do that, just on the off chance. Yeah, we're probably going to need a little bit more sugar, which means I'm going to need to go plant some more sugar cane. That is, well, after my fertilizer takes 12 months to restabilize and kick out more food. But like I said, that's going to take 12 months to restabilize, and then confirm that everything's okay. But we do have sulfur, we do have rubber, we do have corn down here being empty, which is good because you're meant to have potatoes in there, and delete, have potatoes in there. You're meant to have corn in there, and you're meant to have corn in here and corn in here. Which means that to go along with the food shortage, we're also finally emptying the corn belt and the potato belt, which means the corn bucket up here and the potato bucket up here are about to get emptied as well. Cool. All right, but it does mean I need to end this episode here. We got medical started at least. That is definitely an accomplishment. That part is done, which, you know, technically looks like half the build. Half the build is technically done, right? And hopefully things will stabilize after a little while. And oh my God, that's a lot of meat bits that we need to burn. We might just turn on 2 of these, just on the off chance. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this episode here. We'll be back in the next episode for medical. I think we should be able to finish medical in 1 episode. Hopefully. Providing nothing else breaks. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. I will see you in the very next video. All right, bye.